day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Screen 80. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Alert. Rush in.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rashad Penny. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the run, it's Penny. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there on a first down for Seattle. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Check. Hey, zero. You check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Front left.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go. Showing it there, picking up the first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Check 52. Got it.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson down around his goal line. It's caught. Lockett. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Under 10, 14. 59, Mike, 59. Check, 59. Let's go. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Be ready, be ready.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's got Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
Well, after 2 seconds.
54, right
If
there,
anybody
right
is
there.
watching,
54,
he's
Mike.
going to roll after 2 seconds.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 61 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also...
Damn, bro, did not do that. What the fuck?
Intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
This is some racing, too.
Penny, a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
14, find it. 22, check, follow. 22, check, follow. Check. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Easy, good.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sullivan. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. Check, crouch. Check. Check nickel. Go. 99. Check that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
He's not even reading the fucking
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown.
Like, y'all got losing
you
the
know
Super
me.
Bowl
You've
winner
been around
breaking
me
this
for a while
shit.
now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. And normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Baby, let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Wilson, dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He's going to air it out for Dorsey. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Mike, good job right there. Good job right there. Right there.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Wilson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. One flip. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Wilson will throw again. It's complete to Lockett. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hatch it. Bang out. Silent.
Penny. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
59 Mike. Check.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mike, check. 59.
To throw is Wilson.
That's the
He's
fucking fit.
caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Strip that ball. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, 0.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. There's Wilson to throw. And his throw is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So the directional kicking problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
No chance. Check. Alert. Check. Pump up. We got double up. He's checking. Crash. Check 50.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
We're going 25 to Mike.
Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Sullivan. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game. But now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Now it's Wilson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scary.